spaghetti, it sounds like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking a dash on wood. Clear payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably see the hood for a year or two.
Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry...
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she... Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, you got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
About 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Play action, now it's Tua. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
ultra. Go up. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Black walk.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumping.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out. And now they have
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From midfield, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Pierce will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Stafford. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Ready?
Pierce now up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. That makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because Only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They snap it to Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the air again, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And going to box is a 7-yard loss on the side. It's third down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
And he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends on what we've seen so far.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll run for it with Akers. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes out a gain of 8. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Look like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to...
Touchdown! Logan Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hey, go Fury.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 40 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they're going to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rip, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go again with Pierce. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That good for 19 on a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this returnable for Hill. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well-designed corner Blitzer gets him for the loss of 8 yards.
Someone quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another carry for Pierce. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tua on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. He came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing.
Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He is going to find Hill here. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa. A 40-yard touchdown scamper. And the Dolphins are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete, Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
10 cycles.
Give to Pierce. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking to pass. Tua. It's Hill, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
realest essence have been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all.